My name's Kyle McKoy. I'm a program specialist with Peak Prep Pleasant Valley School, and I oversee a special education department. We have about 1,100 students throughout the entire school, and of those 1,100 students, about 150 students have IEPs and receive special education services. When I had an IEP, there was a period of time where it was believed that my academic growth was not going to be able to be enough for me to be able to move forward in life, and it was believed that I would have to only work a job that required no reading requirements and no just natural capabilities of training and education. But through the support and care of just a select group of teachers that I've had through my life, I was allowed the opportunity to grow and advance beyond what was expected from me and those limitations that had been put upon me. And I was able to successfully complete school, be top in a lot of my classes, be captain of my school's academic decathlon team, go to college, get a master's degree, and now I run a special education program. When it comes to me thinking about the difference of when I was a special education student and now overseeing my own special education department and guiding the students that I used to be in the shoes of, I'd say perspective and technology stand out the most to me. We didn't have the levels of technology that we do at this current time, which really restricted the level of accommodations and natural supports that could be provided to students. So that was a huge thing that was different from the time that I had an IEP and was receiving services when I was younger. The perspective component is literally the teachers. The goal of special education teachers is to work ourselves out of a job. That is our ambition. We want to see these students succeed and become independent, and that is our overall focus and goal, and that's what we want for our students. A lot of people don't think of an IEP realizing that the accommodations section is really a student's ability to learn how to do things on their own. In the past, accommodations were seen as something that was more of an extra thing the students were provided by their teachers, but they had to be reliant on their teachers. They had to be reliant on somebody else that would read things to them, explain things to them, summarize things to them, and be able to offer scaffolded instruction to them. But that is now something that these students can access independently through technology, and especially right now, our students are using the Kami Companion, where all of those levels of accommodations and supports that I just identified that previously relied on a person to do that with the student, now Kami can do with that student. Just 1 week ago, I worked with a student in a study skills capacity that is a middle school level student whose level of reading capabilities and comprehension is significantly impacted at this time. So she relies on other people to oftentimes read things to her and explain things to her. She relies on the curriculum to read the information, but she still will struggle with it. So last week I took her main project that she was working on for history, and I downloaded the entire PDF requirements of the project and all the pages, and I put them into a Kami for her, and then walked her through how can you highlight things so that Kami will read it for you.
The story of Romulus and Remus is a myth.
How can you highlight things so Kami will simplify the wording of this so that you can better understand it? Now that you understand it, how can we now use Kami to do talk to text and put your answers in for you, since you are limited in your ability of writing, but you can speak very well? So she was literally able to complete her entire history assignment independently with the use of Kami. Since bringing in Kami, it impacts our ability to organize our documents. It decreases the amount of time that it takes to set up lessons specifically tailored to students' goals and areas of need. It allows our students access to levels of accommodations and supports that they previously didn't have before. And so it literally has been a complete game changer for every single person tied in, the students, the staff, everybody.